Hey, Hobo, what's going on?
I'm excited.
I see
First hot
what-
seat without a hoodie of 2021. And I'm wearing shorts.
Nice.
And it's
Prove
hotter than Satan's dick in my garage.
Joey feels like he's watching cutscene of Tony Hawk Underground segment listening to this intro. It's a pretty good intro. It's one of my favorites.
That's because you made it.
Yep. It is hot here, too. I'm going to make the AC a little friendlier for me. All right.
I'd have to get up and do that.
We're fancy up in here.
Sounds like it.
You got AC in your garage?
Do you?
I don't.
Well, if I don't have whatever this is, I don't have AC in the garage.
Yeah.
I have a fan.
So tonight we have Travis from Flaps Up BBQ.
Flaps up?
Flaps Up. I think it's an airplane reference. An aeroplane.
We'll have to ask him.
Yep. And found him on Instagram. He's also got a YouTube channel. Both are linked below, down in the description there. But we have a intro here for him. Anything you want to say before we get going, Hobo?
Play the goddamn intro.
Here it comes. Hey, Travis, what's up?
Hey, nothing much, man. Thanks for the intro. Glad to be on the show. And Hobo, I just have to say it, man. I guess you can't hide money because I do have an air conditioner in my garage, man, and it's the best thing I ever got.
All right, get this guy off here. He's got 2 strikes. Let's call it out that it's a loaded show because he's a jealous devil guy. And now he's got air. He's got it. I know why he does jealous devil.
Yeah.
He's got air conditioning in his garage. That's the next logical step.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we do a lot of front yard grilling. I like grilling in the backyard, but I want to make all my neighbors jealous, so I pull everything out and we grill right on the front porch. So we have to have that AC and this Mobile heat.
Yeah.
I feel like you may be my southern version of me because I do all my shit in the driveway too.
But yeah, the only way.
Yeah, it's good. Mobile. Where? Mobile, Alabama?
Mobile, Alabama. I actually born and raised in Florida, and then I joined the Coast Guard late in life, and it took me a few different places, bounced around, not too far, within the 48 states, and then I've been in Mobile for going on 13 years this time around. So they've let me stay here for a little while.
Okay. Well, I hope you know a little bit of the history of that area. That'll be coming up
a
soon.
little bit. I know I probably get every question wrong, but I'll give an answer even if it's wrong.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, so before we get too far, let's talk about Travis's charity.
Oh, yep. See, that's why we have Hobo here.
It's the only thing I do
Yep.
here. I get drunk and give money to charity.
There it is.
Yep. So we're 10% of all super chats tonight. We're going to the Wounded Warrior Project. Travis picked that. Oh, and there's one right now.
There's our first
so Travis,
one.
before we get too far, I usually curse at everybody for doing super chats, but they all know that means I love them. So fuck you, Dave.
All right. So let's see. 10%. Oh, so why did you choose Wounded Warrior Project?
Well, I'm in the military. There's a few charities that are starting up now. They just haven't been around long enough to really get their feet in the ground. There's a ton of great charities that are associated with like the SCA and the KCBS that helps and pays for a wounded veteran or a veteran to cook in some of these contests. But I know too many guys right now that the Wounded Warrior Project has done great things for them. They go on trips. They don't have to have any money out of their pocket, but the transition from the military life to the civilian life, when you're not used to it, when you wake up every day and somebody tells you exactly what to do every day, all day, when you get away from that, it's hard. And they've done some really good work for the veterans that are having a little bit of a harder time dealing with that kind of stuff.
Okay.
It sounds like it's cheaper than just getting married, because then you'd have the same thing.
It is. Right.
Are you current military? Are you still?
Yes. So I'm still in. I actually dropped my retirement letter the 1st of May, so I have 2 more years. And then I got a wake up and a retirement ceremony, and then I'm out. And then knock on wood, I don't know how lucky I've gotten or how I've gotten this lucky. But my wife and my little girl are 100% on board with at least 1 year after I get out of the Coast Guard, just traveling around and cooking barbecue. So,
nice.
Hey, I'm not gonna complain.
Yeah, right.
Any places on places on the list that you already got set up to go that you want to go?
To barbecue, we actually, I mean, that's what we do every weekend now. We're on the road. I think there's only been, for this year alone, I think there's only been 5 weekends that we haven't traveled to a contest. We travel from Savannah. Right now, we go from Savannah, Georgia, to a little bit west of New Orleans, and we've been to Mississippi, Arkansas. I just came back from a trip for Jealous Devil to Arkansas. We haven't been to Tennessee, but we've been to Florida. We like to travel, and it's a cool thing to do.
Nice.
Cheers, boys. Gonna be a long one. At least for one of us.
Thanks, Morningwood. Oops. There we go. So let's see. I had a question after that. So you do a lot of traveling for, is this all to competitions you're going to, or?
Most of them are competitions. The Jealous Devil thing that I went to Arkansas, it was for a competition, but I wasn't able to get in time, so I wasn't able to cook it. So I just set up a booth and did like the, shaking hands, kissing baby kind of thing. Talk to everybody about the charcoal. And then this weekend, I'm actually doing a demo in Covington, Louisiana for Academy. And my wife is actually traveling, going the opposite direction, and she'll be cooking an SCA event this weekend.
Okay. Was that your wife in the intro in front of the steak table?
Yes. That was so I drug them around for the last 3.5 years. I drug them around, and we've just strictly cooked KCBS style. We have an ABA, which is an Alabama Barbecue Association, but it's still a KCBS style where you're up all night cooking, pork butts, and you're turning in pretty boxes with green stuff in it. And for 3.5 years, they went around and didn't complain. We stopped in all kinds of places and slept in trailers and seedy motels that just in these little small towns. And then my wife the end of last year, she said, "Hey, I want to try this cooking thing," and jumped into the SCA, and she loves it. So, I've been kind of sitting on the back burner, letting her cook, letting her get, her feet behind, underneath her, and probably turning the corner into the summer. I'll start cooking SCA steaks again.
So SCA stands for?
Steak Cookoff Association.
Okay, so it's just steaks.
Steaks, yes, steaks. Now they have every once in a while they'll have a contest that they do grilled cheese, chicken wings, ribs. They'll do a ton of other ancillary stuff, but the main focus is your steak.
Now, is it just a certain cut of steak, or?
Yes. So the SCA, they do in the SCA rules. They want to cook ribeyes. They're an inch and an eighth to an inch and a quarter. Choice or higher ribeye. Some contests you don't get an inch and an eighth. Some contests you don't get a choice. I've actually cooked one contest that it was a New York strip instead of a ribeye. But most of it is ribeye. Most of them are good-looking ribeyes. I've only had a few times that they're not an inch. I've only had a few times that they're a select meat instead of the choice. But it's fun. And the cool thing about it is everybody gets the same steak. You do a poker draw. You draw a poker chip. It has a number on it. You line up in that number, and it's a snake draft. So if you're one this time, you're going to be last next time you pick, and everybody gets the same steaks on the table. So it's about the most even playing field you can get when you're talking about cooking or a cooking contest, and anybody could win. I've seen people show up with Weber kettles and. And I've never cooked a steak before. I've never cooked a contest, and they're walking away with $1,000 and a golden ticket. So,
and a goatee.
Golden ticket.
Golden ticket. Yeah, the SCA has a world championship. So if you get your golden ticket, you get to go to the world championship in Fort Worth at the end of the year.
Huh. There you go.
So we're going to get your wife on here to talk about what it's like for a newer SCA person to jump into the world?
Probably not. She, her and my daughter are in there, I think, probably laughing at me, and they're probably taking shots, or my wife's probably taking shots every time I say or say something stupid. Everybody's probably having a drinking game watching this thing with me.
Well, if they want to ever hop on in the next hour, however long we go, they're more than welcome to, whether you like it or not.
Hey, I'll send her a message and see if she wants to come on here.
Yeah. So you mentioned different cookers and things that people are using. What are you using when you're doing your steaks there in the SCAs?
We right now we're big hasty bake guys and girls. So we use it's called a 250, a Nomad 250. A couple of years ago they came out. They had one. It was I think it was called a 356. It was a different number. A 369 is what it was. Well, they retooled it, made it just an SCA cooker. Basically, it runs as hot as you want it to get, and it's really just there to cook steaks. So we got one of those. I'm sorry, go ahead.
They designed it for SCA steak?
No, it was designed. Yeah, they did. They fully retooled it. They got the SCA name badges on it. Then they got grill grates to fit it. Then they have a riser so you can put your steak up higher to let it finish temp. It's a great cooker. And then just recently, within the last 3 weeks, I was able to get a Legacy, which is their bigger model. It's more of you're throwing some Boston butts or some brisket on it. But we're going to try it out. I'm going to cook with it, and then we'll probably end up buying another one.
Nice. That's hasty bake, right?
Hasty bake, yeah. I really, again, that's what I mean. I'm going to wake up from the dream one day because I don't think anybody else has it to where I brought home 2 grills in the same week, and my wife just looked at me and she said, "Where's mine?" So, I mean, it's a good life. I think right now we have 8. We have 8 grills right now, and hopefully we're going to be getting another one here soon, so I can start cooking steaks. But it's a fun life. Can't complain.
Yeah. Whenever I hear that name, I always think of Tasty Cake, which is, Tasty Cake, little crimpets and things.
Right.
I mean, I'm near Philly, and that's where Tasty Cake started. So anyway.
Time for the hot picks of the week.
Yeah, actually, you know what? It is time for the hot picks of the week.
That's all I do here. I can just call out timelines and get drunk.
Yeah.
Somebody put a super shot in, and we'll give money to the Wounded Warriors, and I can have more shots.
Yeah, so every week I go through YouTube, and I go through my email from people sending pictures, and we pick out 3 cool things we saw this past week. And the links are down below, I believe, in the description, all the way at the bottom if you scroll down.
Time out. There's somebody in Travis's background. I see an elbow.
What?
Travis,
Who?
there's an elbow in your background.
Oh, is it? Yep.
Unless you have a
that's my
Superman
wife.
statue.
That's
I'm
my
not
wife
aware
right
of.
there. Yep. They
Well,
want you to say hey.
Tell her to yell or something.
There she is.
Tell her to stick her arm. There you go. Hi. She can't hear us because Travis has his earphones in, so please tell her I said hello.
He said hi.
Hi.
Hello, Mrs. Flaps.
Okay, you want
I
to talk
can't-
for a minute?
I can't hear no, but I don't want to talk.
All right. See, she even lets me have all the fame. I mean, what?
Does the daughter want to make an appearance? I mean, we're already
Actually,
here.
she's outside playing with a friend. She stays
Okay.
outside until like 9 o'clock at night.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's a good time too. That's what you do when you're kids.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so
The state goddess.
we got the hot picks of the week coming up
New
here.
name.
Tell her we said we're glad she hopped on.
Yep.
They're glad you
Glad you
hopped
got
on. Yeah, she's getting ready for her steak this weekend. She's getting everything packed up, her toolbox. I had to buy her a big roll around toolbox to put all her spice rubs and stuff in. So she's getting geared up. She's gonna win a golden ticket this weekend.
So is she
Nice.
using the flaps rub or?
Probably not.
She is.
She can hear now. She said probably not. It
No,
was
she
just weird
uses
timing
it. She
ahead,
uses
too.
it. Yeah. But yeah, she
All right.
uses the flaps rub. So
Good.
All right, let's 5 or whatever the fuck we need to do.
Now there's going to be 3 different food items here. Nobody wins anything, but Travis, let us know which one you'd be hungry for right now.
all right.
Oh, and you got headphones in. Just careful; it has loud music on it. Here we go.
Oh, okay.
So then we had potato soup, right? We had a cheesesteak, and then we had bacon steak melt.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So I get to choose one, correct? That I would eat.
Yep. Which one would you be hungry for right now?
I would once I saw it, I knew it was it. The Carolina bacon melt. Just because it has the word Carolina in it, man. I love me some Carolina sauce, so that thing's probably pretty good.
Yep. Now the links to all those videos are down below in the chat. Down below in the description there. Somebody ducking.
Tell Mrs. Flaps to mute her phone if she's watching it because I'm picking up a little bit in the background. And the closer she gets, I like her that she's in your lap. That's cool. But, and she can't hear me say that.
Muted?
Just because it's going to get picked up on the microphone.
They were getting feedback from your phone.
Oh, my
You're
bad.
good. She can't hear me.
Yeah.
I'm apologizing for
All right,
nothing.
she muted.
I sound like I'm married.
He said he was full. Yeah.
Well, if your daughter's outside and your wife's right there, why don't you pull the things out and just use your speakers? Do you have speakers?
Oh,
Just use your laptop speakers.
like that?
Yeah,
Can
but
you
you
hear
got
me?
to pull out the other.
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
You can't hear us though.
Yeah, the headphones are out.
Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
No.
Hi, Mrs.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Flaps.
I hear you. Again, remember the volume button.
Hi.
All right, since we have us here,
How are you?
since we have you here, explain to us SCA from a newer person's perspective. Like people who've done it for a long time forget the past, and I'm not picking on your husband. I don't know the man, but just explain, like jumping into it, what somebody needs to understand from a basic level.
Yeah, I think we had somebody in the chat was like they heard about SCA, they might want to try it, but they don't know anything about it, and they don't know if they should try it because they're scared. Not because they're
Well,
scared.
So when I started, I taught myself. I didn't know anything as far as like grilling, cooking. Like I know how to bake, but I taught myself how to basically, like anybody else, fire management. And once you learn the grill, I mean, if I can do it, anybody can do it. It's a great event to get into. It's 4 steaks at the most that you're cooking, 2 you turn in, and just the camaraderie of it all is just, I think, is what I live for.
So is that something new? I thought it used to be only you got 2 steaks.
So if you do a double, you get 4. 2 are your practice steaks. So if it's a single event, then yes, you will only have 2 steaks.
So from a judging standpoint, what's the difference between a single and a double? I know enough to be dangerous, but I don't know enough to answer the question.
So as far as what are you asking?
So a double, all a double is 2 steak events in the same one. So you have a steak A, and then you have a steak B. So the timeline, steak A maybe turn in from 2 to 2:30, and then steak B you're turning in from 4 to 4:30. So you pick 4 steaks, or you pick 2, and then you go back to the table to pick 2 more. You cook, you're cooking steak A, and then you're cooking steak B after that.
So it's almost like 2 contests.
It is 2 contests, and it counts for and it counts for 2 contests. If you go do 2 events and both of them are doubles, you've cooked 4 contests in accordance with the SCA rules.
Yeah, and like this weekend, so I'm cooking in Glencoe this weekend, and it's a double event. But you can choose any event that has a double weekend into it. You can choose to just do that steak A, or you can enter to do steak A and B.
Gotcha.
Okay. I only, back in the day, at least when I ever researched it, there was only the one. So I understood the practice. Well, we can call it a practice. I always seen guys would do 2 and just pick whichever one was the best. That's why I was lost on the double, but now I get it. Thank you.
Or you eat them for lunch.
Yeah.
Well, and there's a lot of people too that don't like to practice. They just get out, feel the weather. They know how their grill works, and they turn around, and although they pick anywhere from 2 to 4 steaks, they'll cook that one for turn-in, and basically the rest they're taking home with them.
Now, normally we don't take questions from the chat until after 5 minutes with Keith, but since we're on topic here, Meat Militia is wondering, is that the best way to qualify on points if you do the double?
So to qualify for points, once you score in the top 10, that's when you start chasing the points. I do it for fun.
Right.
But in order to qualify, I mean, you get a point every time you enter, whether you're 11th place all the way down to, 50th or, however many people are in the competition. So, and then from 1 to 10, I do believe you get so many other points. But anytime you enter a contest, you do qualify for points.
Yeah, the best way to qualify for the Worlds is to win your golden ticket. First place gets 11 points. 10th place gets 2 points. Everybody else in the contest gets 1. So the points, if you're looking to do a points chase and you want to win points, doing doubles. I think over in Oregon, Washington, some states are doing 6 contests in a weekend. Like they'll do 6 states, 3 on Friday night, 3 on Saturday. And that's, I mean, you can get out of there with 50 or 60 points if you do good.
Right. So like a double, it is actually 2 different contests. So
yes.
you can come in first on both and get 22 points for that day.
Exactly.
Correct.
Yep. Actually, a buddy of ours that Carrie will be going to cook with this weekend. He won back-to-back first at a contest, so it was a double. So he got 11 points. The very next weekend, we traveled up to northern Alabama. The first stake of that contest, he won first. So that was between those 2 weekends, he had 33 points, and then he got second in the second stake. So in really 7 days, he had 43 points.
Is it the same judges for both of the contests?
Most of the time, depending on where you're cooking at, it can be the same judges. If you cook a lot of events in Alabama usually will travel. Most judges will travel within the state. If you're going over to Texas, most of those people are going to be, your judges are going to be from Texas. You know, you don't really find a good mix unless you go over to the East Coast. East Coast people travel to it because, you know, Savannah, Georgia is a nice place to visit. So you'll get judges from Georgia, Alabama, and Florida over there. So,
right. But you're not going to be able to get feedback from your first contest so you can adjust and make it better for the second contest.
Well, you can. I mean, you get points for the categories.
Not until the end of the contest.
Right.
All right. So Cody wants to know, does it cost to enter?
Yes, it's usually about $150. I've seen a couple events that are 125, and I've seen them 175. But most every contest that you go and cook is going to be about $150. And the cool thing about it is, I mean, they're supplying you steaks. So really, say the steaks are about $13 a piece or $15 a piece. You know, that's $30 worth of steaks. So really, it's a great contest because you're not having to buy a ton of gear. You bring a bag of charcoal and a grill. That's all, and some seasoning. And I've seen people use salt and pepper, and they do just as well as other people spending hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, and plus you get steak because if you do that double, you get 2 to eat for yourself.
Oh yeah. So we came home. We came home. 2 or 3 weeks ago? I went ahead and I entered a steak, and she did it. So it was a double, but I only did one. She did both A and B. But we ended up not cooking 3 of our steaks, and they were Wagyu ribeyes. So we brought home 3 Wagyu ribeyes, and we're going to eat them for dinner,
Nice.
So we made out on that deal.
Yeah.
So Rob, did you send Keith the link?
No, I don't do that anymore because I don't want him to have to type it in by hand.
It's 9:30 is all I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'll put the link in the chat. Nobody except Keith hop on yet, though. Unless you want to.
This is. Can I phone a friend on these since my wife's right here? She can answer one. If they get too hard,
I think I'll make you a deal. If you guys win, I'll make 2 shirts. One for you, one for her. I don't care what Keith says on the rules because I'm the guy that makes the shirt. So
I've seen your shows and I don't know about these questions. So
have you seen 5 Minutes with Keith?
Yes, yeah. Uh-oh. I watched it with Can't You Barbecue.
Okay.
And I saw his questions. Yeah, so he's a char griller guy.
Yeah.
So I'm a little bit of a char griller guy. So we've seen each other, by passing and social media a lot.
Yep.
You might want to bring the daughter, and he may come up with some weird Barbie question or some.
Right,
Who knows?
exactly.
We're SOL on that one because she's never played with Barbie.
So, Mrs. Flaps, I missed your name, and I apologize.
My name is Carrie.
With a K?
With
or
a C.
All right,
C.
you write that down. And I spelled it like I'd carry something, so if that's wrong, it doesn't matter because my show notes mean nothing.
Oh, we do have Keith's in the basement.
All right, buckle up, kids.
We ready for 5 minutes with Keith? All right, let me roll the intro.
Oh, maybe.
And then Keith will be on. Which one's the right one? Here it is.
Keith has questions, some are pretty unique. Been looking at your channels, studied all the week. Some might be tough, but they won't hurt. You get most of them right, you might win a shirt. Don't be scared, keep your knife in the sheath. It's time for 5 minutes with Keith.
Hey, y'all.
And there he is.
What's up, guys?
How's it going, Keith?
What's going on, Keith?
Hey, Keith, before you go, number one, how many questions? Number two, show everybody your shirt because I own the same shirt.
Once you put my meat in your mouth, you're going to want to swallow. True fact. Questions. I have my first question, Hobo, is a 2-part question.
Whoa. Multiple choice, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to call it that. And first of all, before I get into Hobo's question, Mr. Flaps Up, thank you for your service. Appreciate it, buddy.
Well, thank you very much, Keith. I enjoy doing what I do.
Travis, what the fuck? Rob told me you was from Mobile, Alabama. Is this
Yes,
true?
that's I've lived in Mobile now for 13 years. So
13 years. I heard that. Where are you from originally?
Pensacola, Florida, which is really just a 30-minute drive from here. So
yeah. Okay. All right. That's good. So, anyways, since he told me you was from Alabama, I figured you was a good old boy.
yeah.
So I wanted to be nice to you. So you got easy questions tonight.
Yeah, right.
I don't.
They're easy.
Let me hear the questions first.
So,
and we'll figure that
Hobo,
out.
the first question, there's two parts to it.
I just put 5 boxes up here to keep score. If I use them, I don't.
The second question, there's only one part.
Okay.
And then the third question, there's only one part.
Now Travis's wife is right next to him, and they're going to work as a team to answer.
That's fine. You can double team me. That's fine. I'm old.
Keith's living a fantasy tonight, live on YouTube.
But now the third question does have a stipulation to it.
All right, let's just get to the first one and worry about the third one later.
Okay, the first one. Who founded Mobile and in what year?
All right. I'm going to say, and I told these guys prior to, I'm going to have an answer. I don't know if the answer is right, but I'm going to have an answer. I would say Ponce de Leon in 1847, trying to find a gumbo recipe.
I would say you might want to ask Carrie what she thinks. I'm just saying.
He's saying
Oh,
that's
so
probably wrong.
that wasn't. That's not right.
Well, no, you missed both parts of it.
Oh.
But she still got a chance. She could pick up a part here. So
1702 is when Mobile was founded, but I
you
don't
can't be
know
Googling
by
this
who.
shit. Hey, we're not having no cheating. You're not gonna be fucking cheating here. That's a fail on there.
I feel like I did not see any Googling happen.
Oh, I did because I read the same fucking article.
No, I feel like I see a pet in her hand. It looks like a cat.
It,
or something.
she can't hold a cat and Google something at the same
Yeah,
time.
it's a
Second question.
Oh, it's a
Oh,
dog.
it's a
I'm
dog.
sorry.
Rob told me
dog.
you was a steak cooker.
What's that?
I said, Rob told me you was a steak cooker. So you cook steak.
I try.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
When I was a kid, we had a certain cut of steak that we had. And you don't see that cut anymore in the grocery stores. They call
This is
it
a repeat. I know
Okay.
this.
They call it something different. And it's cut just a little bit different. But can you tell me what a club steak is commonly referred to nowadays?
A club steak.
What is it? A club steak?
Yeah.
Can you use it in a sentence?
A
You
club
can't be
steak.
googling club steak in my motherfucking question.
I would say club steak would probably be cube steak.
I'd say you'd probably be wrong.
All right.
Nowadays they call it a bone-in strip steak.
Huh.
But back in my day, they cut it a little differently, and you didn't get a 2-inch fucking strip of meat. You know, your club steaks was only like 3/8 inches of thick
Right.
at most. But yeah. All right, so you're not doing so good tonight on these easy questions. Now, this one is based strictly on my opinion, okay? That's your only right answer. It's based on my opinion, not anybody else's. You can only say yes or no.
Okay.
If you get this right, you get credit for one question that you missed.
Oh.
All right.
Jimmy Q has what he thought one of your questions was going to be.
No.
When I was a kid, what did I have for dinner on Thursdays?
All right. Third question. Alabama white sauce. Yes or no?
Ooh.
And you can only say yes or no.
No.
No. It's a perfect answer.
Oh, look at that.
I'll give you credit for
right.
question 2 that you fucked up. But you still didn't win a shirt or 2.
He's at dead even. You got to come up with another tiebreaker question.
Yep,
Even if you have to come back, Keith.
You got to come
he's
back
not
for a
dead
bonus.
even yet because he still missed both of them on the first part.
Well, no, he got the first question right because you just gave it to him, and he just got that no question right because of the Alabama white sauce. No,
You
And
gave
there was only
him
3
questions right just because you gave it to him.
I feel like Carrie landed the 1702 or whatever day you were born. I can't remember
She
what the
was
question
reading
was.
it off of fucking Googlepedia.
There was a dog in her hand. It's not mathematically possible. Like, I do science for a living.
It's
Not possible.
It's theoretically theoretic. How do you say that word, Hobo?
I don't know. The guy has air conditioning in his garage. I'm pretty sure that
it's feasible.
he would have done better than having his wife hold a dog and do it.
yeah.
No. I gave him easy questions tonight. Sorry, dude.
All right, I tried to work for the guest.
But
Well, what we can do? How about this? If you come back later with a bonus question, if he gets that one right, then after we learn a little bit more about him, when you come back for
I
your bonus
learned
question,
enough about him. His wife cheats.
Hey, they're in competition. They're just trying to win.
Yeah.
That's true. She's getting a competitive edge.
Hey, if it's like NASCAR. If you ain't rubbing, you ain't racing, right? Like,
Ooh, I think you might have just won Keith's heart over with that comment.
Oh,
That's true.
You lubed him up. You might get another follow-up.
yeah.
That means I got to go find a question, and these were
Yeah.
hard.
so let's say he's even up right now. If he's able to,
He's not even up. He is not even up. I gave him credit for the third answer. And because the third answer was the right answer, I gave him credit for the second answer.
well, for the second half of the first
And
answer.
so the first question, no, there was 2 parts, and he missed those parts.
All right.
So
We tried,
I'm going
Terry.
to find another question.
So we got number 2.
Hey,
number
I
3
appreciate it. Y'all went out on a limb for me.
correct.
Hey, man, I like my good old boys. Love them Southern boys. All right, y'all go play, and I got to go Google.
All right. See you, Keith. Thanks.
Travis and Carrie, not going to lie, this one's going to be a real obtuse question that he's going to come up with.
Yeah. Start Googling now, and we got to
Okay.
see hands up when he comes back. All right, I'm going to post the StreamYard link in the chat here. I think, unless it just went away. Yeah, that worked.
Travis's wife is hilarious. The hands are going up like, no. The dog's on the ground going, somebody pick me up.
I don't even have the dog in my hands anymore.
The dog has Google in it. It's in its collar.
Yeah.
Yes. It's
so now-
it's those new Echo smart dogs.
Yeah. So now's when anybody from the chat can hop on, ask a question, and hop off. Also, now's the time when the chat, if you don't want to hop on, go ahead and ask a question in the chat. We'll try to keep track of that. And we already got 2 people in the basement.
Well, real quick, let me ask Travis to talk about his rubs before we get too far.
Yeah, we also want to
Into the
know how
wind.
we came up with Flaps Up BBQ as a name. We skipped all this.
Well, let's run them. Let's run them together. Just keep talking, Travis.
Yeah, so
Hey, I will. I didn't realize I was going to put together a bio for Match.com while I was on this show, but I'll start with the story of my life. I like long walks in the on the park. So being in the Coast Guard, we're always looking for an excuse to go drink beer. So 4 years ago, I started my first ever barbecue competition. It was me and 6 dudes. And we did way more. We found it was on St. Patrick's Day, and we found a bar called Scuttlebutts that was across the street from where we were cooking. So literally at 4 a.m., we all looked at each other and said, "Oh shit, I think we're supposed to be cooking something. We probably need to get back to the campsite, back to the smoker." So ever since then, I just been cooking, and the Flaps Up actually came later because I started making my own rubs, and it was Flaps 20 sauces and rubs. And I make right now I make two rubs and 2 sauces, and kind of a twofold where I wasn't competing under the same name as my business. I said, hey, you know what, Flaps 20. Why not, we're going balls out to this thing. Let's say Flaps Up team. And that's kind of where the names came from. Aviation themes, kind of wanted to pay homage to a little bit of my Coast Guard career, my Coast Guard time. So, yeah, that's what it is.
cool.
All right, so real quick, I'm looking at your website. I show 5 rubs and
All
2
right.
sauces. Did I misread that or mishear you?
Those.
or-
So no, you didn't. That's what's on the website right now. We've gotten a little bigger. We've done some retool stuff. So the 2 sauces that are currently on the website are our sauces. We have a Texas pepper, which is a tomato base. It's got a little bit of cracked black pepper. It's a great beef sauce, and then we have the Tennessee Smoky, which is your run of the mill Tennessee Smoky and sweet sauce. The rubs that we have on there now is the Griller, the Thriller, Cowboy, and Devil's Ashes. Those are going to be there until we run out. We had to go to another co-packer, so we redid and rebranded all of our rubs. And because we did that, I'm actually going to take delivery of the the newest of the old, which is the Thriller Griller combo or steak combo. We're doing SCA a lot. So the new Thriller Griller will be out middle of next week.
So the CPR, just for clarity, the CPR and the Cowboy are dead? Or did I mess that
No,
up?
I mean, we still have them. We have them. I mean, we're still selling them. I still have a couple cases of them. But when they go out, we're going to, like I said, we're retooling everything. So getting new labels, getting new packages. We're in an 8-ounce shaker right now. We're going to a 16 because it's kind of the standard. Everybody out there has a 16-ounce shaker. So we're slowly and methodically, going to the bigger size. And because we've swapped the co-packing is man, that's probably one of the hardest things I deal with, the labeling and co-packing and stuff like that. It's major, business and major. So when we went to the new company, the minimum order that I can get is 500 pounds. So, it's kind of like, well, let's go slow. I still got 2 more years in the Coast Guard. Let's not eat up my retirement pay just yet.
Yeah. Oh, now we got 3 in the basement. I better get some of these people up out of the basement before they get more.
Bring them up, and I got notes to come back to the talking about rub sing.
All right, cool. All right, first person out of the basement, Joey Edibles. What's up, Joey?
What's up, motherfuckers? Hey, what's going on, Travis? How you doing, buddy? Can you hear me? Travis?
You hear us, Travis?
Hey, what's going on, Joey?
There you go. Well, I'm chilling, man.
Yeah,
I got some weird. I came up with a bunch of questions while I was sitting here and Keith was talking because Keith's born to me. All right, number 1, Biggie Smalls or Toby Keith?
Biggie Smalls.
I agree. Toby Keith is overrated. All right. Out of all 5 Great Lakes, which one is your favorite?
None of them.
Yeah, that would be the correct answer there. All right, if you weren't
is that an acceptable answer?
These are
Yes.
these are just opinion questions. These aren't really just for anything.
It's a better answer than Lake Erie. You won in my heart, which is all that matters.
I love Lake Erie. Love it. If you didn't join the United States Coast Guard, what branch of the military would you have joined?
I would have joined the Air Force because I like to play golf.
Nice. That's what I'm in. I got golf clubs, but I'm so lazy because all I do is smoke weed, so I don't have time for golf anymore. Every now and then I do because you can smoke weed in the golf course. You smoke weed in them carts. It's cool. All right. If you were not a barbecue channel, what genre of
that's why they call it that.
Oh, you cut out a little bit.
What genre of YouTube?
Yeah.
No. Answer the first question you were going to go with.
You were cutting out a little bit. That's why they call it.
You said that's why they call it, and then something you cut out and your internet went bad.
I didn't hear the question.
Oh, we were talking about the Air
Oh,
Force.
I said that's why they call them greens, right?
Yeah.
All right. If you're not a barbecue channel, what genre of YouTube would you be doing?
Earwax removal.
Nice.
Dude, you watch those? Man, those things. Dude, you get so many followers. People like that stuff. Like Dr. Pimple on HGT or wherever it is, Discovery.
Yeah.
I have a shopping carts review channel. It only has 2 subs on it. It's fucking pathetic. All right. My next question. Now, are you an Auburn fan or an Alabama fan?
I'm a football fan, but my heart is with Alabama.
Okay, cool. So the next questions will all be I had 2 sets of questions, one Alabama, one Auburn. I'll ask the Alabama ones. All right. Why does Trent Richardson suck so much?
I wish I knew because that was the most weight talent of anybody. Yeah. I think he probably he eats too many cheeseburgers.
Traded up to get that guy. 3rd overall pick. Horrible fucking draft. All right. And
I know.
All right, Bear
Oh,
Bryant's.
I think it was. Yeah.
All right. Here's my final question here. I think that's my final one. Bear Bryant's or Nick Saban?
I would say Bear Bryant because I liked his style, man. Anybody that can wear a jacket like that
Yeah,
and a
had to,
houndstooth
right?
hat, he'd be
Yeah.
fun to drink whiskey with.
Hell yeah, brother. All right, I'll see you at the after party, man.
Joey out.
All right, man. Take it easy.
Meet Militia. You just dropped your spot. You're about to come up. All right, Joey. Appreciate you, man. All right. So we had 3 people in the basement. Now we just got. Well, we had 2 left. Meet Militia was in there, but he just hopped out. So we got Lep. What's going on, Lep?
What's happening, guys?
How's it going?
What's up, Travis? I'm Jay from Leprechaun TV. How you doing?
What's up, Lep?
Good. You good?
Yeah, he's a little.
Yeah. I'm trying to give him some time to react. So my question is, Hobo and I reside and Square Table Degenerates reside in Ohio, and up in Ohio, I've noticed a lot of SCA contests, in events. Is that something you come up north to hang out with us Northerns? Us Yankees.
Hey, we'll travel anywhere if the invite's out there. We look at our schedule. We look at our schedule about 3 months out, and we kind of plan ahead to see what else is going on. But with retirement right around the corner, we're going to do some serious traveling. It's and not to harp on anything, but man, the family bonding time. We get in a car on a Friday afternoon and we drive to Savannah, Georgia. And, my little girl, she sees things that you don't see at school, on a normal day-to-day basis. So we love the traveling. So yeah, we're looking, we want to do a West Coast comp, and we want to get up there into the north and do a comp. And we would love to go to Texas, Oklahoma to do some too.
We would be considered the Midwest calendar year, whatever they do up here. Yeah, I've looked into it. I've actually talked to Hobo about it a couple times. Just to flirt with what's around us. So that's the only really thing around us right now. There's probably some other. We just had a tournament or show or contest, Cookoff, Cookout, and I just don't feel it like it's real around here in Ohio. You know what I mean? Like down south, you guys. You know what I mean? That's every day for you guys.
Yeah, Midwest though. Midwest has some really great cookers. They're big KCBS. They have a Mid-Atlantic actually has a huge following in KCBS, and we've actually gotten a couple of those Mid-Atlantic guys to come down and cook with us. So yeah, we'll hey, if there's steaks and there's a contest, we're gonna go to it. That's what we like to do, and cooking all different places in the country is good. Right
on. And that's everywhere. I want to thank Rob and Hobo let me up. Travis, one last thing. How mad were you when Ohio State beat you guys for the national championship in 2015? I'm out.
And I wasn't mad at all. I wasn't mad. I was happy because last time I checked, after they beat us that year, Nick Saban tore into them boys, and he beat some ass. And I think we're running on 3 since then. So I'll take it any day. I want to know if Lep is really, his feelings are hurt that wide receiver left Ohio State because he wanted to win a championship and came to Alabama.
Lep, come back and answer. Lock it.
Oh, we got somebody in the basement again here. Hold on. Oh, it might be time for a bonus question. Hey, Keith.
Lep led me right into this.
Oh, it's Keith with the bonus.
Okay, get my lavender pen out.
I'm not a big sports fan, but I know about Nick Saban, and I know about Bear Bryant, and I know about the Crimson Tide. Okay. My question to you is, evidently you know a little bit about them. What was the worst season ever? What was the worst season ever for the Alabama Crimson Tide? What year? And bonus is, there's records at the end of that year. Quit Googling stuff.
Worst season. We're not Googling. Look, hands.
She's doing Braille on Travis's shoulder. She's like Morse code.
Yeah,
he's over there
she's
reading
doing Morse code.
Nope.
What do you think? For some reason, there's 2 years that stick out to me, but one is like newer, and I think Alabama went they only won 3 games that year, but I think Alabama had a year that they went 0-7 back in the 50s. So I'm gonna say 53 0-8.
Well, they were 0-7 in 55.
Oh,
but that was in their conference. Overall, for the season, they went 0-10. That was the worst season ever for the Crimson Tide. All right, close but no cigar. I tried.
I'll take it. I was close. That's good.
You had the right decade. So.
Yep. And I remember. I don't remember, of course, but I do. There's a lot of history back in the 50s with the Alabama football team. And there's a big story. If you want to know, there's a big story that so Alabama saw. It was back when USC was having their heyday, and they didn't know why. And the coach said, "Hey, you know what we're going to do? And this was Coach Bear Bryant. He said, we're going to schedule USC because it hadn't, the integration of football in the South hadn't happened yet. So Bear Bryant flew to an airport and met with the coach of USC and said, hey, I want to play you next year. First game of the season. Well, the first game of the season came and they beat Alabama. I want to say they beat Alabama 49-0. And the very next year is when integration of Southern football happened, because Bear Bryant was like, hey, this needs to stop. We need to, do this now. So he literally scheduled a game to get embarrassed so that he could change some of the history in the South.
Right. He was a groundbreaker.
Oh, we had somebody else in the basement again. Hey,
all right, I'm going to get out of here. A good show tonight, guys.
Yeah, thanks, Keith.
Okay. I tried to not give another T-shirt away, and I did. So
hey, you're keeping us in business, my friend.
Yep, you did good. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Wait, you ain't giving them for nothing. Yeah. All right, man. Y'all have a good one, and we'll see you next time.
All right, see you, Keith. All right, we got somebody else in the
Keith,
basement.
thanks.
Hey,
well, good evening, guys. Good to see you guys. Hey, you are there, Travis. Hey, Travis, I'm going to be moving to, I don't know. Hear me?
Yes, hey, what's going on?
Okay, I'm going to be moving to Alabama in about 3 years. And my fear is the bugs. And I'm going to be building this nice barbecue pit house. I mean, it's going to be amazing. But how are the bugs?
They'll carry you around. They'll carry you away. I'll tell you that right now.
That's
It
good.
depends on what part of Alabama are you moving to?
I'm not sure yet. It all depends. I'm retiring in about 3 years. My brother has 120 years, and I'm not sure yet. Somewhere where my wife can still is in the middle, so I can go pretty much anywhere. So about an hour
Okay.
north.
You're breaking up pretty
Yeah,
good.
I mean mosquitoes are bad. But the bugs aren't too bad.
Somewhere
It's
right
the
around there,
humidity that's going
the
to get
southern
you.
part.
Okay.
Mosquitoes.
Yeah, mosquitoes and
Yeah, I
nothing
know,
really
and I
much
live
other than that.
in the northwest.
Moj, I think
I mean,
you're
it's
lagging.
green.
I think you're lagging pretty good.
Am I lagging?
Yeah, just
Okay, sorry guys.
I know you're.
But hey, thanks a lot. Good to see you guys. I'll let you go.
Yeah, man.
Hey, I
Thanks for
appreciate it.
hopping
Thanks.
So, do we have any questions from the in the chat? Hobo, I don't know if I've seen any in the chat.
That was mostly about my shirt, but we got to circle back to the co-packers starting a rub company. Like
Yeah.
Travis and Carrie, you guys want to talk about like that journey? Like if somebody was looking to get into that, like
we're still on it. Yeah, we're still on that journey. So we'll let you know when we get to at least the first bus stop. Because right now it's still there's a lot of going. It's just trying to build up and we're the new kids on the block. And that's what's kind of hard about these guys. There's they're all friends of mine, or not, but some of them are friends of mine that have been doing it for a long time. And these guys have gone to the American Royal and won, and these guys have gone and done really huge thing. And the season market's kind of weak because most individuals know Morton salt and black pepper and McCormick's, but when you start some of the specialty stuff, unless you've done it, it's really a what have you done for me lately kind of business. And if you're not out there every single day promoting your own products, nobody's going to want to use it. And you have to have some clout under your belt. And this year we've done really, really well. The first barbecue contest we did this year, I actually I got a third place rib, third place chicken, and then I got Grand Reserve in that one, so I second place overall in that one. The very next weekend, my wife actually got a ninth place call in steak, and then I got a fourth place call in steak, and then she got a third place call, and she's had a couple ninth place calls. I've had a really good weekend barbecue, and I mean, you think in a resume that sounds pretty good, and all we're doing is using our own stuff, and it's like, hey, that's cool, you're winning all this stuff, but that's just a tiny bit of it, Nobody's still. We have to continue to do that all year round to try to get people to try it. Luckily, we have a couple friends that are using it now and trying some of our stuff, so that helps, So we're gonna do a big relaunch, and maybe we can send the show some stuff and maybe get Keith to do some questions to give away a couple, flaps stuff, flaps rubs and stuff like that, and give you and Rob some to try. We would love to. As soon as we get it in, we'll send a package off.
nice. So are we calling these competition rubs, or are we calling these shit you'd eat in your driveway rubs, or both?
Both.
And I think you
Both.
understand
They
my
are.
question to an extent.
Oh yeah. And that's why, and that's really, and again, it's weird, you go to the store and you get a good eating rub from Walmart or our local grocery stores here, and it's in an 8-ounce shaker, and then you look at the ones that are selling competition wise, and it's 16 to 32, or even bags, huge 5-pound bags of the stuff. So we kind of want to be the happy medium. All of our stuff is, I mean, we retooled it, and every one of them is great, and can be used for competition and or just sprinkle it on some chicken or make it the house. And vegetables. I mean, it's just, but it's fun. We're enjoying it. And you know, hopefully we start making a little bit of money off of it.
Gotcha.
Nice. I just want to quick say, if you guys do hop in the basement, there's somebody in there now. If you do hop in the basement, just you can see the show while you're in the basement. So just hang out until we get to you. We will get to you in the basement here in a minute. There, I see you down there. But yeah, if you guys hop in, I'm going to put the link again in there. Also, now's the time to ask questions in the chat.
We're caught up.
Cool.
Travis is going to send you some free Jealous Devil charcoal and some rub.
Yeah.
Without the Jealous Devil charcoal.
Well, I didn't say charcoal. Hold on. I didn't say charcoal. Where did this come from?
I was being a smartass. You and Rob are both on the team Jealous Devil.
Yeah.
Those bags are heavy.
Yeah. Hey, but luckily they're weatherproof and they have that handle on the side.
That's what I was saying. You and Rob are both team Jealous Devil. I was just being a smartass with that part.
Yeah. And a couple weeks ago, we had Can't You Barbecue. He's a Jealous Devil guy.
Yep.
I
think Lep was saying it was all fixed. Like we're just.
It does kind of seem like a weekly ad.
Well, just looking for good people to have on the show.
Yeah, and hey, I appreciate you reaching out. This is
Nope.
He back.
I think you froze up a little bit. You're back now, though.
All right, who's in the basement?
All right, ready? Boom. Hey, Skinner.
Gotta unmute your shit, Skinner.
You're muted. Hey,
sorry, guys.
Hey, what's going on,
It
man?
happens.
One question. Any
what's up?
Suggestions for guys that are getting into comp? A group of guys. Any tips, I guess?
For getting into competition?
What do you want? What are you wanting to get into? Like, what are you strictly wanting to do? Steaks? Are you wanting to do the KCBS style barbecue? 2 meat, 3 meat. I mean, there's all different kinds. If you go and one of them have their own websites, the KCBS .us, I think it's for Kansas City barbecue. The SCA.com is for steaks. I would say it, especially if you're going to do it with your buddies and just have a good time. Just watch a couple of YouTube videos. Everybody that I've ever met, or most everybody, I'd say about 75 to 80% of everybody I've ever met is doing barbecue. I have guys that I've never met in my life from all over the place I have them text me at 3 in the morning. Hey man, my brisket's at a stall. What can I do? We talk and people will offer you the help. Find you a good contest and go and do it.
Well, not only that, once you find the website, whether it's going to be KCBS or SCA or, your BCA, whatever, once you find that site and figure out where you want to go, once you get out and sign into it, never be afraid to ask questions.
No, this is just me and a couple buddies around local hometown type stuff, and just
and those are the funnest.
Fun.
I mean, we have a blast. I do 2 contests a year that are unsanctioned, and I will do them from here until I can't more, because some of those hometown backyard contests are some of the funnest. You get to meet a lot of people, and you get to see if you like it. I mean, I'd rather go cook a contest for $100 and make sure I like it before I'm going to go and spend $300 on one.
Yeah. What did I do?
Yeah, and hey, reach out, man. Reach out to me. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I mean, if you have any questions, hit me up. And, I've actually gotten on video with a couple guys and went start to finish on a rib cooked, so they knew how to do a rib. That's what I love doing.
I've never done ribs.
Well, there you go. Time to do
Ever?
ribs.
Man,
I've done
I
spare
did
ribs.
one time
Hobo,
and beat
or
Travis.
country style ribs, whatever you guys call them. I've never done a rack of ribs.
Oh yeah, country style rib, Boston butts, cut in half.
Oh, there you go. Lep wants me to run picks of the week again.
That's a hard no.
Thank you for your coast-guard service, and thank you to Rob and Hobo for allowing me to come up and say hey and ask a question. And I will see y'all in the chat.
All right, man. Thanks, Skinner.
Sounds good. Hey, thanks.
So did we go through all our questions? I feel like there's questions that we didn't ask.
Do you really want me to ask Travis what he thinks of Cyndi Lauper? Because that's the only thing that's left.
Yeah.
No, I think there's regular. Oh, we missed your question, and also one of the questions I normally ask. Your mountain question.
Oh, I thought you meant in the chat.
No, well, yeah, I've been kind of keeping up with the chat, trying to. But yeah, I mean,
Right,
you can
so-
ask Joey's. You can ask Joey's.
I'm not asking Joey's. It's not happening. That's a hard nope.
Okay.
I'm going to ask both Carrie and Travis if you had to make your own personal Mount Rushmore, which you guys are going to both answer individually, and you can't say each other or kids, who would you put up on there? And it doesn't have to be
All right.
presidential. It's people, your personal, who you'd put up there, your top 4 in life.
I would say my grandma.
Got 3 more.
Unless it's your
My
unless your grandma
best friend. What? I'm sorry, what?
I was saying unless it's your grandma 4 times. Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh. My grandma, my best friend, and my brothers. They can go together, right?
It's your mountain, man, or woman. You can do whatever you like.
Yeah, we've had WWE wrestlers up on there from other guests, like The Rock. We've had really like thought out ones, like philosophical people up there. It's whatever you want. Normally it ends up with at least one grandparent, though.
Yes. Yeah, so
Travis?
that's my 3.
Man, this is hard. But I'm gonna go on left
Oh, it's
field.
4?
It's 4.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
but I
need
put my
4.
brothers together.
Everybody forgets about the Woodrow Wilson hole.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
Yep.
I think she said brothers. So it'd be her grandma, her best friend, and her brothers. So I just assume there's 2 brothers.
They're in one
Right.
slot. They
Yep.
split it.
Yeah.
They're like conjoined twins.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right, Travis, who would you put on yours?
Man, I think I'm gonna put. Okay, I'm gonna go left field. I'm putting Buck Rogers. I'm putting Michael Knight. I'm putting B.A. Baracus.
Wow. This is a badass fucking wall.
I'm trying to
this is a
think.
great one. I'd go see this Mount Rushmore.
And,
I've never seen the real one.
Yeah. And man, I'm trying to think of another one. Oh, Columbo.
Yeah. Now, which way would he'd be looking, north and west?
Yes, that's why he would be right in the middle, looking at all of them.
Just keeping an eye on everything, making sure.
He's keeping the watchful eye out on America, so
Yeah.
nothing happens.
Nice. That was a good. You know, what we should do is we should keep track of everybody's Mount Rushmores
It's right up here, my friend.
and put that somewhere.
It's right up here.
Yeah. Let's see. So I have a question I'll ask sometimes. What's something that your wife finds annoying about you?
Everything. I mean, pretty much. Anything that I'm involved in. Yeah. Or I say any of that. She used to be super annoyed with me buying grills, but now she's having almost just as many as I do. I think I mean, that's probably it. Me having 100 cases of barbecue sauce in the garage that has AC. That's one of the things.
All right. And
but as soon as I mess up,
yeah.
No, I was going to say, as soon as I mess up, she'll get over it, because that 100 bottles of barbecue sauce I have right now is going to turn into 200 bottles of rub. So she won't be mad about the sauce anymore.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, Travis, I don't know if you're looking in your own camera, but your wife's got this, like, this ear over here has laser beams going into it, my friend.
No. She likes my haircut.
Her hand's about
I trimmed it up real nice. Yeah.
We'll totally go with that.
It's really nice.
Right.
Now you said you have about 8 different cookers. What are some of those that you have on there? What are you doing? What you got?
Yeah. So I have 2 Rectech RT340s, pellet smokers, and that's what I my chicken and ribs and cases with. We have the Hasty.
Oh, you're breaking up a little bit.
And where did you guys go? Are
you with us? You're breaking up a little bit. Uh-oh. Last I heard was, where did you guys go?
Yeah, give him a minute. He'll come back.
Yeah. Hi, Hobo. How's it going?
Howdy. How are you? I'm good.
I'm doing all right.
How's the wife and kids?
Great.
There you go.
Yep. So if you can, hey,
he's
back.
Kind of back.
Oh, I see him moving.
Ooh, black circle of doom. Oh, and he's gone.
That means he'll freshen up the old internet and hop back on.
You got to kick that mouse in the ass that spins the wheel.
Yeah.
They only have one in Alabama, one in Indiana. You'd think they'd get more.
Yeah. Oh. He's starting to be in the basement. It's rendering.
It's happened like one step in, like you can just see a foot or what?
Here we go. Hey, there you are. You there?
Hey, what's up, guys? Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. You know,
so tonight,
we pay internet by the we pay the internet by by the minute here in Alabama. So
they're gonna say by carrier pigeon.
So that but we have pretty much what your question was is the cookers that we have. So the 2 Rectech, the Hasty Bake, which is just a steak cooking machine. We have the new Char Griller 980 gravity fed that they're letting me try out and see if do some promo stuff with that for them. We still do have 2 of the mini Acorns, and that's what my little girl would cook on. Is the Acorn Junior from Char Griller. Then we have a Sweet Swine of Mine, little red box. It's called a red box. It's just a It's just a super small cabinet smoker.
How's that
good
work?
for ribs, chicken. Which one?
So
The cabinet smokers?
The
Yeah,
little
Hobo
red
knows
one. I've looked at those before.
The little red one, man, I love it. I love the red box. It's you can do two types of cooks. You can do indirect or direct because it has a water pan. So you put the water pan, fill it halfway full water. You start. It's I think it says it's about 5 pounds of charcoal in the fire basket. You start it, and it with the water pan, it will not go a degree over 225, and it'll run probably about 5 hours in that little bit. And you have to open it up, put charcoal in it, but they're great. You take the water pan out, and there's a diffuser that you can put in there, and I run VCA chicken in it. And it runs 375. You can get it up to 375, 365, and cook some half chickens, and it works too. So I can't wait to start using it again. I haven't cooked a BCA since last year, so they're going to start coming up. Starting actually next month, we're going to start cooking a little bit of BCA, which is Barbecue Competitors Alliance events. And then I just got a hasty bake leg, which is a big boy hasty bake. You can fit 3 briskets on it, probably 5 butts. It's just a bigger grill type smoker. And I'm actually going to use it this weekend for the first time.
Nice.
You're going to use it at home, or you're going to use it in a competition?
I'm actually going to go to the Academy demo, so I'm gonna load it up in our trailer and take it to the demo to use it and cook, whatever sausage hamburgers.
Right.
Do a couple little steaks on there for the demo. So it should be pretty fun.
Nice. So let's say if you're doing a pork butt, let's say this weekend at home.
Okay.
Which smoker or cooker or whatever you're going to use?
I am going to do pork butt, and I'm gonna throw them on that 980, that char griller gravity, and use it a little bit more. I've had it for a week. We got it actually last week put together. I've ran it, did some briskets in it, and actually cooked some butts and some chicken wings. But I just kind of want to, figure it out a little bit more. So I'm going to run it this weekend. I'm going to run it when I get back from the demo. I'm probably going to get 4 butts ready and throw them on there.
Nice. If you have any questions about it, I've probably got about 15 different videos on it. So hit me up if you have any questions about.
Oh, nice.
Hey, it's
yeah. Yep.
So let's see. If you're doing ribs, which one would you pick out of all those?
The ribs, I usually use the Rectech, the 40, the little portable pellet smoker. I've done really well with that one. So it's kind of like the rule of thumb in barbecue and competition cooking. You do something until you lose 3 times, and then you change one thing and try it again. So from last year I actually qualified for the CBS Invitational with chicken, chicken wasn't a big thing that I did. So I kind of pushed chicken to the side and really worked on ribs. And towards the end of the year, my rib cooks had started getting really, really good. So, getting back into it this year, I'm not going to try to change anything.
Okay.
A recipe and a salt use for the ribs, and I've gotten a couple 3rd place calls. I've gotten a couple 2nd place calls. So until I start not getting those calls, I'm going to keep it on the same cooker, same timeline, same rub, same salt, same everything.
All right. Now on steaks, I'm one of those salt and pepper guys for steak. Do you think you could change my mind with one of your rubs? Like, why would I want one of your rubs? I think you would. Yeah, I do. When you get them, I told
I said that I was going to send some stuff to you when we get them next week. We call it the Thriller Griller combo. It's going to be a thriller on the griller, and it's some good stuff. It's a heavy chili powder, pepper, a little bit of garlic base layer with our thriller. It's got a little bit of heat, but not too much. And then I follow it with my salt, pepper, garlic, and yeah, it's perfect. It's a perfect combo.
Okay.
If you use it correctly.
Does it come with instructions?
Oh yeah, it comes with a free Facebook page called Flaps Up BBQ that will answer any of your questions.
So we had a late question here from Cody. How do you do ribs on a pellet grill? Time and tone.
Man, he wants all my secrets. He wants.
Yeah.
Can't give out secret. No. The way I do my ribs, I set them on and cook them. And a lot of guys, the low and slow in barbecue competitions have kind of wayside, except for bigger comps like Memphis in May, American Royal. Some of those still do the traditional, 215, 225, low and slow, lot of smoke. CBS newer cooks are cooking in drums or pellets, and they're going hot and fast. So 275 up. I know I do like briskets in the BCA. I do my briskets at 375, 365. So you cook a little bit hotter. So I do my ribs 275 for at least 2 hours until the crust on top or the bark starts to set. And then I wrap still at 275, and I cook it until the probe goes in like butter. Usually between 203. I've cooked some ribs all the way up to 211 sometimes before it fills. There's no pullback on the bone. Then I take it out, let it rest for a little while in the in the foil packet that it is in. And then I pull it off, flip it, and put it back on for 10, 15 minutes to set the sauce. And that's my competition barbecue rib. I'm not making my family wait, an hour while they rest before I sauce them to serve them to people at my house. But that is a competition barbecue timeline for cooking.
Cool. He said, I never tried that. Excited to try.
Yeah, and it's good. Like I said, and you can modify anything. I still kind of cook it the same way. I just don't let it rest as long if I'm cooking it just for the house. And it depends on what kind of bite you want. The KCBS, I'm pulling it closer to 205. The BCA, I'm pulling it closer to 210. Because they like fall off the bone ribs in BCA, and they like the bite and the pull in the KCBS. So it's all it's all in a different different world.
Yeah,
it's all about making the judges happy.
Yeah, it depends on your audience.
Yeah, and it's weird. You talk about the bite and different contests and who's the judges and steaks even worse. Steak, I can take my rub. Which I did. I took it up to Montgomery and did Wagyu. They had Wagyu ribeyes. I only cooked one because we only had one grill at the time. So Carrie cooked her 2 steaks, turned the first one in, got the other one, turned the second one in, and I think I had 20 minutes to cook my steak because we had to share the grill. So I threw my seasoning on it, threw it on the grill, turned it in, and it was a fourth place steak that day. You can go
dead ass live.
You can go and you can go someplace else and do the same thing, and very subjective.
Oh, yeah. So David's not hopping on, but he normally does, and he asked the same question. What is your favorite thing to cook, and your worst thing to cook? Meaning, I guess well, let's do the first one. What's your favorite thing to cook?
I like cooking brisket. Everybody says it's a hard thing to cook. I find it's not as hard as people really think it is. But I enjoy cooking it. It's and like I said, I cook mine hot and fast, so I'm cooking mine at 365.
Right.
I can do a brisket flat, start to finish. I can do a brisket flat, a 6 to 7 pound brisket flat. I can cook it in about 5.5 hours, and it'd be fully done. It's enjoyable. I like it. Now, my worst thing, this is going to sound funny because my worst thing is actually my best thing that I cook. I just hate cooking it because there's so much that can go wrong, and it's chicken. Competition chicken is the devil. From the time that you start, you pull the skin, you scrape it, you cut the knuckle off, you do all of this prep work, and you throw it in your smoker, and those skins start pulling or those skins start tightening up, and you're done. I mean, that's a brisket. At least when I slice a brisket, I can throw it in some au jus if it's not moist enough. I can cook it a little bit longer if I need to. But once that chicken skin pull, you're done. I mean, it's so it's the most for the easiest thing to cook because I cook my chicken I can cook my chicken start to finish in about 45 minutes to an hour and be ready to turn in. But that 35-minute mark is when I know I'm going to get a call and get some money for my chicken, or I might as well just throw it away because it's overcooked, or the skin, like I said, was pulling, or I can't get the bite that I want. So
yeah, I can see that. Let's see. Nothing new from the chat here. Go ahead, Hobo. Are you gonna say something?
I was just gonna say it's about time to wrap things up and move to the secondary party.
Yeah. So one of the reasons we invite people on the hot scenes, we hope they'll stop in and watch the next week's and the week after that and the week after that. So hope you can join us every Thursday.
Oh, anytime. Yeah, I'll definitely join in and ask some questions and
the chat.
Yeah, I've had a blast.
And now, who would you like to see on the hot seat? Oh, we didn't ask the music question either.
Oh.
Go ahead.
I'm just here to get drunk from Dave and keep you on timelines.
Yeah.
So, who would you like to see on the hot seat?
Man, I don't know. I'd like to. That's hard. That's a good question. Trying to think of some of the guys that I follow that are. Man, I'm gonna have to get. Is it okay if I get back to you on that? Because I don't. There's so many great cooks that you know.
Well, speaking of great cooks,
yeah.
What are some of the channels you watch? Like, what's one of your favorite? Like, do you watch a lot of YouTube, or are you mostly on Instagram, or?
I'm mostly on Instagram. YouTube, I haven't really turned the corner on YouTube. I mean, as you saw, I only have like 3 or 4 videos. I don't have many followers. It was kind of an afterthought. We live and breathe barbecue so much that, I mean, it is an ongoing thing from Monday. So Friday we're getting ready, or Thursday really, we're prepping for a Friday, leaving to go do an event. And then, we're on the road until Saturday. We cook. So we cook on a Saturday. We're packing up. We're leaving on our Saturday afternoon or Sunday. We're waking up, coming back home, cleaning the grills, all that kind of stuff. And then Monday, I start getting phone calls about the next comp, or, hey, you need to help promote this, because we help promote a events here. Hey man, you know, and then the Facebook messages or Instagram, hey, can you help me with this, or how do you do this? You know, so we're on it 24/7. Because, and again, like I said about the spices and rubs, the day that you stop, you know, you lose it. Somebody else is going to be there, you know?
Yep. Joe has a quick question here. Joe from Everett Barbecue.
It's just right.
He just got done shooting a brisket video. So have you ever been to the old brick pit in Mobile, Alabama? It's been closed for at least 3 to 4 years.
Yep. And I know the guy who owns it. Him and the cooker. He has a really good story. The brick pit is a great. It was a great, and I've heard rumor that he's trying to reopen it. But they were doing a lot of work on the road that it's attached to. It's just a 2-lane road. It goes from 4-lane to 2-lane, so it's hard to get in and out. So he kind of, you know, the business just wasn't there for him. But he's a super great guy. Great, some of the best bread pudding you'll ever get. It was there. But he is one of those classic cookers. When I say low and slow, he cooked his Boston butts that he served. He would cook them for 24 hours, and no seasoning.
Oh, wow.
He only used wood. I mean, he didn't let the guy that was cooking for him, he didn't let him use anything. It was pretty, very traditional, and lots of smoke. But they were some
And his
good.
cook has been with him for a long time too.
So.
All right. Let's see. I know where Hobo just went.
I don't know, but I like his cat picture.
I was like, wow, am I looking at a cat's butt?
I think you may be looking at a cat's butt with a butt plug in it.
I wasn't looking that hard.
I mean, because I don't think cats' butts are blue.
That one is.
Oh, wait, we do have somebody else in the basement here. R.I.P. Squirrel. Hey, Squirrel. What's R.I.P. about?
Oh, it is a squirrel.
Hi.
Hey, what's the matter? What's the matter, Squirrel?
Well, my cousin, the original squirrel, got run over by a lawnmower,
Oh, no.
and he died.
Is that why we saw Trucker Bob last week instead of Squirrel?
I don't know, but I'm gonna miss my cousin. He was a great guy, even though he only had one nut.
Yeah,
Oh,
we still liked him.
yeah, but some bitch like to run around the golf courses, and it was dark, and the guys were out early mowing the golf course,
Yeah.
and he didn't see the lawnmower coming, and he got right in the way, and man, it turned him into little kibbles and bits. I mean, he's gone there. You can't put him back together.
You could try.
Yeah, so he did tell me that he would come on his barbecue show, and I was searching YouTube all day, and I found you.
Yeah.
And I think this is where he used to go and talk to people. So I don't know nothing about barbecue, but I just want to come on and say that my cousin died, the original squirrel, and it's been hard on our family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have some questions? Did you have a question for Travis?
I don't know who Travis is. Flaps Up. I used to date a girl in high school, and we used to call it Flaps. And don't ask me why. It's something about the meat curtains or something. Anyway, I might go on. But my cousin, he's gone. He ain't coming back. And we're all gonna miss him. But I'm gonna take his spot. And I don't know if he ever told you, but he only had one nut. He never shared that story with a lot of people, but he
Yeah.
only had one nut. I mean, that guy, he's already cheated life like 3 times. This ain't the first time he got run over by a lawnmower,
Yeah.
you know, but he's already missing his right nut. So he was already in bad shape. Poor bastard. But I'm going to come out on occasion and say hello. But I don't know this Travis guy. Does he do barbecue, or do you have a YouTube channel, Travis?
I do. It's Flaps Up BBQ. Yeah,
Flaps
same
Up
name.
BBQ.
We try to make it easy. But hey, I'll tell you this though. I have never competed in the annual squirrel cook-off, so you're safe around me.
Lord.
But yeah, there is a championship squirrel cook-off, and it's coming up. So you may want to stay in your house for a little while.
Yeah, so we don't see that we're smart. Like my family, we're not the eating kind, okay? Let me tell you why. So these hunters, when they go out hunting for squirrel, they're looking up on the trees. We don't hang out in trees. We're smarter than that shit. Man, we hang out on the floor. Like, we'll go bite the ankles of these hunters, and they're looking at the trees, and their dog is looking at the tree. You know, they're all stupid. Our family, our generation is like a full-blooded squirrel. The squirrels that are up on trees right now, those are all inbred, you know, brothers and sisters, babies and stuff. But we're smart. We stay on the ground. We don't dare go up a tree. We ain't that stupid. I mean, the hunters are looking up the damn tree. What the hell? Oh, let me climb up this tree. Okay, here I am. Hey! And then, boom, they take them out. Then the damn dog comes up and gets you. Oh, it's a giant mess. So we are smart. We stay on the floor. We never, ever go up a damn tree. There ain't no way. We smarter than that.
Yeah.
Besides, all the good-looking women are on the floor. The ugly ones are up on the top trying to advertise themselves, you know? The good-looking ladies are on the bottom. Whew, man. I am a man with a female, like a lady squirrels? Oh, my goodness, boy. I don't know if my cousin ever told you guys about me. But,
No, he never did.
yeah, they call me beer can squirrel, and it's not because I like to drink. If that kind of gives you an idea. Yeah, so I'm a wild one with the lady squirrels. But I never ever heard of Flaps Up BBQ. But I'm gonna have to check him out. He says he makes it easy.
Well, he's on. He's mostly on. He's an Instagram person mostly.
Oh,
well, I mean, they're mostly a husband-wife competition stuff.
Oh.
Mostly with SCA, like steak cooking.
Yeah.
And so most of the stuff's on Instagram. And he has
kind of like CJ, Mama, Pop. What is it? Papa Mama or Mama Pop Barbecue, something like Mama and Papa Barbecue.
Yep.
Yeah,
yep.
they're a couple. They like to compete and stuff, and they're pretty damn good. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look up this Flaps Up on Instagram. I'm gonna look you up, Mr. Travis. And you and your wife that ran out the room.
I appreciate it.
Said something. What's that? I
said I appreciate it.
Hey, your internet sucks. Oh my God, you're frozen. Yeah, you gotta go and crank that shit up. I mean, get the internet service that will make you glow if you stand so close to the router. That's a good shit. You know, that 2,000 megabit bullshit. Man, you turn off the lights, you're like a glow in the dark. Boy, you can lay in your bed naked and your wife can throw little rings at you. You know? Oh, look at that. Oh, my Lord. Hey, well, where's Hobo at tonight?
He was here. He just said he had to go grab some food and he's going to see us in the after party.
Speaking of food, I just found a big old nut laying on the floor.
Nice.
Okay, I'm back. That was tasty. Hey, well, y'all, it was good talking to you. But I did want to tell you that my cousin Squirrel is long gone. His ass got run over by it was a John Deere lawnmower, and that's the last thing he said. But when it ran him over, it turned him upside down. So all he ever read was "Dear John" instead of "John Deere." He was ass backwards, he was all twitching and shit, like he was at his last moments. We're all looking at him. You fucking dumbass! How the hell did you get under that lawnmower like that? But he was all chopped up. There was no way we're putting his ass back together. He was gone. But if y'all don't mind, I'll come in once in a while and talk and just BS with the people and get to know the people. But
sounds good.
Good to see you, Rob. Man, you're looking like a mountain man with that big old beard. Look at you, boy. Oh, man.
Thanks.
You're like salt and pepper, like a Texas brisket. That's what your face looks like. Hey, well, good hanging out with you, y'all. Y'all have a good night.
All right, see you, Squirrel.
All right.
Squirrel cousin. So, apparently, the original squirrel I warned you about died, so his cousin is taking over. So anyway, we're gonna wrap this up. Travis, anything you want to say to anybody?
Hey, I just want to say thank you. I mean, this was great. I had fun. My wife had fun. Yeah, I'll be watching your show and asking questions and maybe one day I can come back on as a guest spot again.
Yeah, sounds good. Oh, we got one last question here from Loaderman. Being born and raised in Florida, what's the closest you've been to a lightning bolt?
Too close, man. The lightning. I don't. Yeah, we grew up real quick, knowing that you don't stand outside when it starts lightning. It gets crazy.
All right, so looks like we already got 4 people in the basement of the after show. So Travis, don't go anywhere. Just hang out where you are. We're gonna end this broadcast, but I'll tell you how to get to the after party. You can hang out as long or short as you want. Thanks everybody for helping out. Yeah, thanks everybody for coming out, meeting Travis. Make sure you subscribe to his YouTube. Check him out on Instagram. The links are down in the description below there. If you didn't do any super chats tonight, make sure you check out Wounded Warrior Project and go shoot some money over there towards them. And we'll do the same. But yeah, thanks everybody for hopping in, and we'll see you next week.